So this listener says, my son is getting bullied at school over this term break. He has decided to let us know. We're obviously concerned, but we don't know what to do because he said for us not to approach the school, but he is struggling and he doesn't know what to do. He is far from the physical specimen. Did you guys ever deal with bullying? If you did, how did you deal with it? And how do you think I should respond? Thanks, guys. I fucking hate bullies.
Yes. I think kids are cruel. I think it's harder for kids nowadays because they can still get you on social media. I remember being on MSN and blocking people. You can't really do that nowadays. They'll just make a new account.
Yeah. I fucking hate it. Bullies are so annoying because they always pick on the person that they know won't talk back. Like the people like low self-esteem or like anxious or anything like that. Fucking wankers. I was bullied consistently through the whole of like high school. Juniors, I was fine. I was actually quite alright playing football and stuff like that. As soon as I got to fucking high school, boom. Books thrown at me. Fucking all this sort of shit. Someone made a cricket ball out of rubber bands and smashed me in the side of the head with it, and I couldn't hear for like 2 days.
Fuck me. Jesus Christ.
So, but that's because I'm a mouthy fucking dickhead, no?
So you reacted to them?
Yeah, of course I did. Because they're idiots, aren't they? So I would just mouth off, and they obviously can't say anything, so they would fist. But then I would do the thing where I must look fucking psychopath. They would like hit me in that, and I would laugh because it annoys them. I just love being annoying.
I think with a lot of bullies, I said this to you before, Dan. I think that it's their insecurities. They're normally on the chubbier side, I would say, a lot of bullies, and if they're not, they've got some kind of insecurity.
I think it reflects what they're like at home, because they are a mirror of their parents. So if their parents are like nasty to each other, or even to like the kid, they then come to the school and they take it out on
thinking that behaviour is acceptable.
Yeah, exactly.
I was bullied for like going into high school. I was bullied for like the first 6 months of high school, and then I decided that I would react and then beat up what was classed as like the hardest guy in the year, because you always had the guy that's the hardest guy in the year, didn't you? Mm-hmm. He decided on my birthday. Do you remember birthday beats?
Birthday, yeah.
He decided, instead of just punching me on the arm or something, he decided to wind me and punch me in the stomach, and he did it repeatedly. And then I think he got to the third one, and then I went absolutely fucking mental. Battered him. We actually became friends after, like, associated friends, I would say, and never really had any issues after that. But I like gained a bit of popularity out of that, and then I turned into, because obviously it was like the times of like being a rapper and grime was coming out and stuff like that, I turned into like a little arsehole for a few years. But I don't think I ever did any bullying myself. I think I would say the odd remark to someone or something, but there was an odd instant where I remember being set upon someone. They would be like, oh, so-and-so said this about you, and then they actually didn't say fuck all. And then after the fact, when you look back at it as an adult, you was just being wound up by random people.
Yeah.
I think that was the closest I got to it. But as regards to advice, I don't think it's a good idea, as the listener said, to go and approach the school.
No.
Because I think the teachers aren't going to be able to do anything anyway.
They've got no power anymore. What are they going to do? Pull the two individuals out of class, which then makes it obvious, and then they're going to say to him, stop bullying him, which then is going to double it. Teachers are just daycare. That's all it is. They can't.
He'll be
nothing.
known as a grass, and he will never be. He will never live it down. I think the best thing, what was good for me, is I started aligning myself with more popular people, which is hard to do unless you've actually got that stature in the school. Other than that, what built my confidence up when I was getting bullied at the beginning of high school. My mum sent me to like a kickboxing class. And I did kickboxing for a couple of years, and that built my confidence up in my own like abilities to like be able to like hit back. If you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And not necessarily tell him in that way, but I think learning the discipline will give them a little bit of a confidence boost. Because when I went into rugby and stuff later in school life, that made me a lot more confident in myself. So I do think sports is a good way to go. I know he says he's not a physical specimen, but there will be something that he can do.
I opened up when I got to college. I mean, I was still a mouthy prick, but that was where my confidence comes from. I wanted to say as well that well done on your parenting skills, because not many kids would open up about things like that. You know what I mean? So I think not going to the school and respecting what he's told you, you know what I mean, will
Building
keep him
trust.
talking to you in that way. Yeah. I think it's quite a hard thing to talk about. And if you then go to the school that just, rubs it in his face, you wouldn't get him back. But I agree because like this one makes me laugh, right? Is like, as a parent, obviously we aren't parents, but my understanding of as a parent is it's your responsibility to teach them when you're not around. So you going to the school doesn't help him, because how would you want him to deal with bullies when he gets old? Because he's going to get it. There's bullies everywhere. You get him in schools. You get him. You fucking go to this fucking supermarket, and you get someone trying to fucking start on you. You know what I mean? There's bullies everywhere. So how would you want
when I
him
had
to
that
deal with
5-foot little motherfucker trying to start me,
Yeah,
as though I wasn't going to react to him. Do you know what I mean?
And this is where parents, I feel, go wrong, is that they're quick to run and like sort it out for them. It doesn't. You don't learn anything then. All you learn then is that someone's going to do it for you. So, but no, I agree with like the class sort of thing, because you build your confidence when you're interested in something. There's loads of classes that it doesn't have to be like a sports thing. If you're class in anything, you could join in as well. Even like music, learn an instrument gives you confidence in something. Something that when he's had a bad day at school, he can like lose himself. He can come home and he can, get lost in it. Because a lot of kids,
And
obviously,
you gain friendships out of things like that as well. Like I did.
Yeah.
I did loads of stuff because I was like one of them kids that decided I wanted to try something, and then I'd do like one session of it and then never fucking go back. I did like
karate.
I did like judo, karate. I went and did what's that thing called? Army cadets. I was at Army cadets for a little while. Oh, I did that for about 2 or 3 months, and then as soon as it was ready for me to get my uniform, I decided I didn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
And then all of them things, I made like little friendships in all of them groups. And then as I got older, you see them in nightclubs and stuff, and then you just like your friendships expand. I was overly the top with socialising anyway, and I think it does help. It just helps confidence wise, because he'll be. It is the son, isn't it? It's the son. He said.
Yeah.
Your son would be. If he finds one little friend at one of these little groups, that will mean more to him than anything.
Yeah.
That will build his confidence up because the guy likes the same things as him or whatever.
Yeah, and then
I just think it's all about confidence.
Yeah, it is, absolutely. That's what bullies go for. But like, I agree with as well. When I left high school, loads of the bullies tried to be fucking friends with me. I remember I was working in this petrol station, and this guy, he was a right fucking prick, came in. What was his name? Lewis, I think his name was. And he saw that I was working here, and then every fucking day he would drive up. And I worked like late, so he would come in at like 11 o'clock when there's no one there to have a fucking chit chat with me. And he was like, oh man, we should go to this concert. I've got a spare ticket. And I'm like, mate, I ain't going fucking nowhere with you. I'll talk to you, but fuck off. And then I said to you before as well, there was a guy, me and Jim were walking in the underpass, and he tried to mug us. And I was like, oh man, how you doing? And he was like, oh, I can't believe it's you. Like, it's just what kids do, you know what I mean? It's hard when you're a kid. You don't understand it. But
it's difficult as well when you're as I found as I got older in high school. So when your kids are getting to around 16, 17 age, the ones that were being nasty to your boy at that younger age, they've then grown out of whatever bullshit they were going through at the time, and then
Yeah.
they've decided they want to become normal human beings. And that's what happened with a lot of people in my school, that everyone, like, we were arseholes when we were immature, and as you were maturing out of school and going into college and stuff, you started to become a bit more of a person.
Yeah.
And the same happens with the bullies, and that's when you get the likes what happened with you, where he's coming in and trying to, because he probably felt guilty about some of the shit he said to you in the past, so he's probably thinking, I'll build up a friendship with this guy now. Do you know what I mean?
You can fuck off. But yeah, no, it's hard. You just got to keep on. But like I said, having something to do at the end, like after school, having something to look forward to, makes friends. It builds confidence. You know what I mean? And then it's something they can use in the future. Because there's bullies fucking everywhere. My work is fucking full of them. I hate every single one of them. The managers, supervisors. You know what I mean? Everywhere you go, you're going to find someone. So now's the time to teach him how to deal with it. And then if you want him to punch him, boxing's a good one to learn how to throw a punch.
Yep. And how to take a punch as well.
It's got to be his decision, though, right? You can't just be like, look, this is where you're going. It's got to be up to him. Otherwise, he's not going to learn or enjoy it. And it's just another bully, isn't it? So, but yeah, hopefully it improves for him, because we don't approve of bullying. And, you know what I mean? They'll get their karma one day. With a car going at 80 miles an hour on the sidewalk.
Fuck me, Zan. Going on a killing spree.
Fuck 'em.